Greetings, this is RuskyED, and in this lesson, we will look at a plant known as Globularia, or globe daisy. More on this interesting plant following the intro song. In the meantime, please take a look at the vocabulary list to be featured in this lesson.
RuskyED is his name, and speaking Russian is his game. If it is Russian you would like to know, then RuskyED is the place to go.
Once regarded as their own family, known as the Globulariaceae, or Шаровницевые in Russian, they are now included in the Plantain Family, otherwise known as the Plantaginaceae, or Подорожниковые in Russian. The Red Book lists 2 endangered species, Шаровница крапчатая and Шаровница волосистоцветковая. Generally speaking, Шаровидные маргаритки подходят для альпинариев, which means globe daisies are appropriate for rock gardens. Interestingly, Lьвиный и наперстянка являются представителями семейства подорожников, which means Snapdragons and foxgloves are members of the Plantain Family. Наперстянка производит вещество, используемое для лечения сердечных заболеваний, which means foxglove produces a substance used to treat heart disease. Львиный цветет с июня до первых заморозков, which means snapdragons bloom from June until the first frost. And now for a quick poem. В жаркий полдень разом лев, красовался львиный зев. Он звал большой ленивый. Он гордился буйной гривой. В пышной зеленой травы разовали пасти львы. Translated into English, the poem goes like this. On a hot afternoon, getting tired, there was a snapdragon. He was yawning, big, lazy. He was proud of his wild mane. In the lush greenery of the grass, the lions opened their mouths. Both the picture and the poem are intentionally ambiguous. Is the poem about the lion or the snapdragons? Remember that the Russian word for snapdragon translates to yawning lion in English, and so it's basically a pun. And speaking of puns, это может быть самый нелепый каламбур из существующих, which means this might be the most ridiculous pun in existence. Это может быть самый смешной каламбур, which means this might be the funniest pun ever. And now for a quick pun in English. What do you say when you want a flower to drive faster? Floret, which of course sounds like floret. The translation into Russian doesn't work, but it goes like this. Что вы говорите, когда хотите, чтобы цветок его быстрее? Цветочек or этаж его. Puns almost never translate well, but they are interesting since they remind us that languages and cultures are quite different, and that we should be careful to keep in mind that what makes sense to us might not make sense to others who speak different languages. With that in mind, we have reached the end of this lesson, and so it is now time for RuskyED to say, Das Vidanya!